Hi, Governor Polis. I want to thank you for your time for listening to CLC's Youth Board team. We've all been talking about the importance of the support of the behavioral health for young people. And first of all, we want to thank you for your efforts to support this in Colorado and beyond. And I'm going to give it to the floor now for our youth to talk to you about this important issue. All right, who would like to go first? Alyssa,
I can go first. Yeah. I believe that it is important for teens to have tools in order to cope with everyday stress, because we are the future of this world. We need the tools in order to be the most successful and best versions of ourselves and for our community as well.
Great. And I'm sorry your video is not working right now, Alyssa, but your voice came through loud and clear. So thank you for that message.
Awesome. Thank you.
Who would like to go next?
Well, we'll go next here. So I was going to say, for me, I'm almost 18 years old. So there's a lot of transitional period going on in my life. And having mindfulness practices as someone who's transitioning between a kid to an adult has been really helpful. And I think it's important for teens, no matter what age they are, to have those practices in order to keep calm in such stressful situations.
And I was going to add to that too. And just in general, being a teenager is hard, but if you add in any sort of extra circumstances like mental health issues or family problems or traumatic experiences or any sort of thing like that, then it's just that much more difficult. And then if you add on top of that, the crazy stuff that's happening right now in our world, teens need help and support more than ever and need coping mechanisms for the stuff that they're dealing with more than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and adding to that, I think especially with COVID, it's been quite hard for a lot of people to have to stay inside and maybe get less socialization, especially for teenagers, because it's kind of an important age to have those things, and having ways to manage maybe some of that stress and frustration can be really important for when we do eventually go back to, I guess, what we consider regular life.
Yeah, that's one of the things we were talking about on the call today with the research team, the neuro research team, is how COVID affected that ability in social connection and the ability to have focus, because really a lot of kids were coming back and having that freeze response, right, from the fight, flight, freeze, right? And that's one of the things we want to measure in this research study. What do you guys want to say to our governor about Colorado being the leader in research around this? Does anyone want to say anything about that?
As a normal teen, I don't come from a background of stress or trauma, but CLC has been really helpful to me to be able to figure out what's going on in my life and stop being so stressed. So if Colorado is not already the leader is not already leading research, very crucial research in mental health, I think CLC will really help them do that.
Wonderful. Right. We want to be the leaders of this, not just in Colorado, but beyond Colorado, right, guys? Does anyone else want to add anything else to approaching our governor with this issue? Y'all good? All right. Thank you guys for your time. And we just want to thank you, Governor Polis, again, for your support in this really important issue. There's not one of these youth board members that don't know of other youth, the youth that are struggling right now, struggles for their own journey and where they are in today's world, but they all have friends, and some of them have lost friends, unfortunately, with what's going on in our crisis. And we just want to thank you so much for all that you're doing to change this in Colorado.